Welcome back. The show we call, well, what do we call it, Kim? Kim Freetly's 805
This
Sports.
is Kim Freetly's 805 Sports and Fitness Show.
Wow, your next guest. I'm going to sit back and learn because this is new stuff to the old coach.
This is going to be new stuff to a lot of our audience. CrossFit is pretty relatively new sport, but it's taken over. It's the craze. It's the new phenomenon worldwide.
And Martha looks pretty fit too.
Right.
What's your studio, girl? What's the name of your?
CrossFit Tavros is where I work out of.
That's Greek for bull, right?
For bull, yeah.
Tavros means bull. Now, I got a question for you before we get started. Is this kind of like an offspring from the old CrossFit gym over there on the other side of town by Olivas Park? Did you guys come out of there? Or did you just
that was where we both originally started out coaching. And then Cody decided he wanted to do his own thing and open his own gym and asked me to go with him.
Okay, well, I want to tell you all that the word on the street is that you two have the best CrossFit gym in town. That's what I heard from my clients.
Nice.
So I want to say that. That's why I called you. Okay, so let's back up a little bit. Tell me what you know. When did CrossFit start? Where did it start? How long ago did it start? And then tell me, what is CrossFit? What are those different, those 4 or 5 different mediums that you're using to train people?
Well, CrossFit started early 2000s by a guy who kept getting kicked out of his gym because he was doing this crazy training with his athletes. He was actually a gymnastics coach. And so it just kind of started as a little tiny thing he was doing on his own, and then he started making a website. And some people happened to find the website, and he was putting workouts on the website, and it just kind of started to grow from that.
Right. So I think this is based on something, the word for it way back when was muscle confusion, right? Is that like the old way that people used to
just changing it up all the time, not doing the same thing repeatedly every single day.
Right. So tell me the things that you do in your gym and say your hour workout. What are you putting your athletes through?
Well, we usually at our gym we start with what we call a strength portion. So we'll work on maybe an Olympic lift. Olympic lifts are like snatch, clean and jerk. And then we'll do a conditioning portion at the end. So it could be anything from kettlebell swings and pull-ups and push-ups to perhaps pushing a sled and sit-ups.
And I went to a CrossFit competition once, and I saw them pushing like these huge I don't want to exaggerate, 4-foot tires.
Yes.
Those huge tractor tires.
Yes.
And what you see how many times you can push the tire over.
Flip it, right.
In the contest. And then they drop that and then they run down the street. Is that what it is?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and there's a lot of loud music involved, right?
Yes, usually we like to turn it up.
Okay. Okay, that's great. Okay, by the way, this is the KVTA 1590 AM radio station, the Kim Freetly Sports and Fitness Show. So we're getting back to Martha now. Okay, so CrossFit. I went to a party once. By the way, I've never gone into the gym and done CrossFit. I want you to convince me to go because I really want to go, but I have this little fear that, I'm going to hurt my back or something. By the end of the show, I hope either Martha or Cody can convince me how you're going to help me.
Can we go together?
Not to hurt my
back.
Right, sure, absolutely. We need to get you there, Coach, for sure.
Well, we'll slow down. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, so when I went to this party and I asked the girls, well, I go to the gym and I train with weights. Why is CrossFit better? And her answer to me was, well, I used to go to the lift weights. She goes, but when I go to CrossFit, I have 20 of my best friends, and they're cheering me on the whole time, and they get me through that workout. And I on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to work out on an 11. And in the gym, I would just be like a 3 or 4. So would you say that's the reason you're getting a lot of your clients there?
Absolutely. I would say that a huge reason CrossFit has grown so quickly and so well is because of the community aspect, because people are tired of just running on the treadmill by themselves. Having that group of people next to you, suffering alongside of you and pushing you when you don't want to do anymore is just, it really feeds that desire to get better at something or to be stronger or even just to get it done, just to complete something.
That sounds like a really great way to be motivated. Now, I have the last question for you. So I'm 52 years old. Let's say that I wanted to come in and start CrossFit. How am I going to feel like I'm not going to get hurt or injured? Because it sure looks like there's a lot of action going on in there. What are you going to do to protect me?
That's a great question, and I get that a lot because I have a lot of women friends who are my age or a little bit older, and what we do is everything's scalable. Everything is taken to your level. We take you through an intro and watch you and see what your movement is like and ask you about your injuries and then scale it to what you can do. We bring it down, teach you the movements.
Okay, so in other words, it's more like you start me off on a very minimal amount of weights or no weights, and then as I get stronger, you move me up a little bit.
Exactly.
Okay.
Where's your studio, Martha?
It is 3669 Arundel Circle.
I'm coming over, girl.
Please do.
No, but I'm an ex-coach, and I work out despite what you think, Kim Freetly. And this is cool. It's exactly what you said. Is I get so freaking bored on the treadmill. Yes, I'm coming.
Good.
Address one more time.
3669 Arundel Circle.
Phone number.
805-744-7440.
So thank you, Martha. Thank you, Cody, for coming in and sharing your story about CrossFit with us. Thanks a lot.
No problem.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, coming up, don't even move.
Okay.
If you're driving, pull the car over to the side of the road because our next guest, well, when you come back, we'll tell you. This is going to be exciting.
Right.
This will be exciting. We'll be right back on the, what, Kim, what?
Oh, we're on the 1590 KVTA AM radio show, the Kim Freetly Sports and Fitness Show.